Truth Podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth podcast. We're never alone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We're a day late, but we're never a dollar short here on Hashtag Truth, as I've got the one, the only, the number one wrestler in the state of Florida, Mr. August Artois.
That's me. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm real. You know I'm raw. Real and raw. What better podcast than Hashtag Truth?
There you go. I love it. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. So we're going to get right into the business, man, because we got a lot to cover in this hour because you are a very, very big wrestler in Florida, and I'm loving every minute of this. So let's get right into it.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth.
All right, you don't become the number one wrestler in the state of Florida without knowing a few people. So tell us, how'd you get started in the business, sir, and who started training you?
What I did was when I was up in Ohio, my brother told me, he's like, hey, man, come down here and be a wrestler. And I told him, I was like, I'm 30 years old. You can't do that these days. You can't start at 30 and expect to be successful in this business. You got to be a kid. So when I came down, I finally, after a lot of consideration, I came down and I thought to myself, there's a lot of training. Obviously, everybody knows Florida's a hot spot for wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
You got guys like Jay Lethal down here. You got guys from the Ascension down here that train. And I thought to myself, I need to go to the best school and I need to go to the place that's going to, rocket me into my career. So I'm watching NXT and I'm seeing guys like Adam Cole. I'm seeing guys like Matt Riddle. I'm seeing guys like Drew Gulak. I'm seeing guys like Drew McIntyre. And they're all coming from this company called Evolve. Well, I asked my brother, what's Evolve? Well, Evolve is WWN. WWN is Evolve. It's FIP. It's Shine. It's Proving Ground. It's 13 other companies like that bunkhouse battle type stuff and the stuff for like weird.
It's basically its own territory.
It's its own territory, man, and it's it was huge at one time, and that's right before the pandemic. So I came down, and a lot of people told me, Francisco Chiazzo, God rest his soul. People told me, they're like, that's where you're gonna go. Jay Lethal, Ascension, like flatbacks with Sean Spears, all these guys. You're gonna go to this guy, and I asked, like, well, what's the problem with him? Is he a rapist? Is he a racist? Is he a liar?
Right.
No. What's his problem? He's an asshole. I said, oh, that's it? So am I.
Sign me up.
I kept being told, like, a lot of these guys, a lot of these trainers, they don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose that $300 a week coming in. So they're not going to look at a kid and say, hey, man, get the fuck out of my ring. Like, you're not good. Right. You're never going to be good. So I wanted to go to the guy that, like, I would be. I know my coach isn't going to put his hands on me, but he put that fear into me. Where, like, if I messed up something, his hat would go flying in the fucking air. He'd leave train. He'd walk out of the building, and we'd be sitting in there like, shit, dude, let's all practice it and get it perfect. So when he comes back in, we don't let him down. And to this day, dude, 4 years later, he passed January last year, January 20th. Right. And still to this day, man, like I had a match last night. His voice is embedded in my head. Like, I don't want to fuck up. Not for me, not for the crowd, but I don't ever want to let my coach down. And that to me is like such a trainer. Right. To put fear, that's like a good parent. You shouldn't be scared of your parent, but you should fear your parent. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
exactly. Well, I got a 16-year-old daughter you could tell that to. But anyway.
she could tune into Hashtag Truth.
Yeah, right. But so your last name. When I first saw you on Facebook and I asked you to be on my show, and actually somebody had put you up under one of my, asking for wrestlers for Florida, they put your name under there. I'd never heard of you before, I'm going to be honest, but I caught up real quick. I went to YouTube, watched all your matches, WWN, all the matches you have up, and went to your Facebook page. I mean, I went onto that for like 2-3 hours. How did you come up with this last name, and how do you actually pronounce it?
It's like the beer Stella Artois.
Okay.
Artois. So
Okay.
it's like our twat, but just lose the T and make an R. Artois. Yeah. It's French. So anyways, 2019, I was in my room and I was just thinking, I was playing WWE 2K and I was just starting to start liking wrestling again. And I thought, like, what would a good wrestling name be? And the names that I came up with were Kip Conniption, Broluck. Yeah, once I told my eventual trainer, I said, Kip Conniption. He said, that's a stupid fucking name. Don't ever say that stupid shit again. He goes, what an indie guy fucking dumb name. Like, what's your finisher gonna be? He said, what's your finisher gonna be? The Conniption kick? I said, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck it was. Whoops. So then my next name was Broluck Blackheart because I went to Iceland by myself. I went 3 times to Iceland.
Okay.
I love the culture in Iceland, and I love like everything about it, from the old history to like the new culture. I love that Icelandic Viking culture, and I was like Broluck Blackheart, and then my trainer was like, you can talk, and that kind of character isn't like a talk. And he's like, no. And I was like, well, I like this one, August Artois. He goes, what was that? I was like, August Artois. He goes, don't ever say that name to anybody who's a wrestler because they'll steal that shit. He goes, that's an NXT name. That's a high quality name. He goes, do you have a moniker? I said, well, yeah, I'm real. I'm raw. I'm August Artois. He goes, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? But like my thing is, so the reason I came up with August, and August is because my mom's birthday and my brother's birthday is in August. And those are my 2 favorite people in the world. Everybody else can die as long as they're here. Favorite people. Then I was like, okay, August, Artie, August, Audie, August, Abe, because just like Kip Conniption, I like the KK, the PB, the AA. Right. So then I was like, Stella Artois commercial comes on, and I'm like, August Artois. I was like, that rolls right off. That's really good.
Dope. That's dope.
I'm thinking about a moniker, and I'm like, what does everybody love? Like, what do you love about your favorite movie? Oh, I love the real, like how real it is and how raw and authentic it is. And every situation that I looked at, whether it was music, movies, love, friendship, I love real and I love raw. And anything. Look at our favorite TV show every Monday was Raw. So I was like, all right, I'm real, I'm raw. At first, I think it was, I dropped them ladies' jaws, I'm August Artois. I was like, nah, that's too much because I don't want to be like a Rick Rude. I don't want to come out and just be sex appeal. I'm a good looking guy, but I don't want it to be just that.
Right.
So I was like, I'm real, I'm raw, I'm August Artois. And then before that, I say, well, the ladies came to see me, the guys want to be me. I'm real, I'm raw, I'm August Artois.
There you go.
And then I started training.
Hey, if you have the gimmick even before you start training, that's half the battle. I mean, if you got that great gimmick.
It's been money. And like, I'm looking around my room now and like, I found this font and did the August Artois. And then I separated the Artois from the August and put it right up on it so it all smooths together. Then I took the 2 A's. From the font and I put it there. And that right there, it's an A, a U, a G, a U, an S, and a T. So that says August. So that's my logo. So I have a logo. And I have a font with my name too. So I literally came into this business without even learning how to do an arm drag or a hip toss with a full catalog of like t-shirts and merchandise ideas. And now I think
so if a real wrestling teacher were to come to you, you did it backwards. You were supposed to do the training, then get your name and all that. You did it backwards. You had everything set before you even learned how to do it. Now that you learned how to do it, that's just icing on the cake.
If I would have went anywhere to anybody except for Francisco Chiazzo, they would have been like, no, you're not doing this. You're not putting the cart before the horse. Like, no. So when my first day of training, Frank asks me, he goes, do you want to be a superstar or you want to be an indie guy? And I think it's trick question. Like if I say superstar, he's gonna fucking punish me for being too cocky. I was like, superstar. He goes, awesome. I was just telling this story last night. He's like, all right, everybody out of the ring. August, get in the middle. Jason, you're hard cam. You're roam cam. You're second roam cam, and you're the photographer. So it's just me in the ring. He goes, put a chin lock on. I go, to who? He goes, to the fucking invisible guy in front of you. We're working cameras. So before I learned how to do an arm drag, a hip toss, or a body slam, he taught me how to sell towards hard cam, to sell towards the roaming cams, and to get that picture. Because he said, you can have a shit match, but as long as you have a really good picture, that might get you booked at least to the next show. And then
there you go. And it's true too, because I've seen a lot of great people with charisma and things like that. And if they can work a crowd or work the cameras, I hate to put it this way, but The Rock to me is a perfect example of that. He had 6 or 7 moves he did his whole match, but his charisma carried him through everything.
Everything. All he had to do was talk. He already had the crowd. You don't have to do anything else once you have them. So then right after that, he goes, all right, we're working on entrances now. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like maybe I shouldn't have said superstar. So I hit my entrance and I come out and I already have my fucking custom. I gave some guy in Canada $100. I give my actual voice, like Shawn Michaels and his song. I have my actual voice as my theme song, and then music hits. I come out and he's like, all right, he asked the other students, he goes, how tall was he when he came out? And one of the students is like 5'11", 6 foot. He's like, no, he was 10 foot fucking tall when he came out.
Right.
And some of the kids started laughing, and he goes, you're not understanding. His presence was so big. So I think right then and there, Frank knew, like, I don't have to teach this kid anything. So, and Frank would always tell everybody, I would always say, like, I owe it all to Frank. And he'd say, I didn't teach you. I put my hand on your back and I pushed you in the right direction, and you fucking took off running.
Exactly.
But screw him. God rest his soul. Screw him. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be shit. Because moving forward, like a lot of people didn't know that, like my brother and Garrett Bischoff, Eric Bischoff's son, my brother and him were like shoot friends in real life, and nobody knew this. And neither did I. So as I become a wrestler, Garrett Bischoff comes over and he's hanging out with my brother, and he's like, hey, I heard you're going to be a wrestler. I was like, yeah. I was like, wait, yeah, you too. That's cool. So then he was coming back to wrestle for a company down here in Florida. And I was like, hey, you want to wrestle me? So I got it all set up with WWN, got it all set up with nobody knew but me, my brother, and Garrett and the fucking WWN. So I go online and I'm 3 weeks in the business and I start dog shit talking fucking Garrett Bischoff, and the world exploded. Scott, let me tell you, it went nuts. I go online and there's screenshots, there's threads of 180 messages saying we need to get this kid out of the business before he gets started and he's a punk. I had promoters messaging me saying,
so you had real heat right away. I mean, just boom.
3 weeks in the business, dude. And then, so I'm showing Garrett and I go, hey, should I answer these? He goes, don't answer them.
Don't touch it. Yep. Don't touch it.
If you answer this promoter, he's going to tell this guy, oh, it's a work. And everyone's going to fucking know. And here it goes. So then my coach hits me up and I'm like, oh God, dude. Like my coach goes, I'm so fucking proud of you. He goes, you should see my inbox. People saying, hey, you need to dial this kid back. This kid's going to ruin the business. This kid's a punk. He's going to get his ass kicked. So my coach would tell people, like, come dial him back.
You did your job when you hit the chords. When you got people all over the place coming and saying, hey, this kid's going to – you did your job as a heel, man. That is
so then, like, the next week, I started calling myself a vet. I was like, you know what? I'm too good at this. I'm a veteran in this business. And people, like, they lost because I was getting shoot messages from, like, legit veterans. And they were like, dude, that's the most disrespectful thing. I was like, aren't you a wrestler? You're a worker too, right? Buy a fucking ticket to my next show then, you fucking mark. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. So basically, it's Scott, to answer
if you play your character, and I believe it was The Undertaker, Callis, who said this. If you play your character 24/7, you don't have to worry about the outside world. You, and it seems like you're doing a great job of doing that, because if you walk around just being you, and a lot of people say that your character, if whether you're heel or baby, is just you 1,000 times jacked up. That's the best characters in the world. So if you're walking around telling everybody I'm 10 feet tall, I'm bulletproof, you can't touch me, blah blah blah, and people are getting angry, you did your job, and you're gonna get money because people are gonna come to hate you. And if people don't understand that, they get out of the business. You're in the wrong business to begin with.
Mr. Larson, you get it. You fucking get it, don't you?
Right.
Like I'm seeing, and like a lot of people say, like my friends that know Tim, they say, well, the only difference between August and Tim is you wear tights. That's the only difference. I am August Artois. That is, but like you said, the Undertaker, Mark Calloway's Undertaker turned up to 11. Dwayne Johnson's The Rock turned up to 11. You know, Steve Austin, that's Stone Cold, turned up to 11. Tim is just August Artois August Artois is just Tim turned up to fucking 11.
Exactly.
And my thing is like, if what you're seeing has a match graphic and a date, and like, are you really in my inbox? Like I said, when I first started, promoters were messaging me and say, like, I'll never ever book you. I'll never fucking book you. And I'm sitting there thinking, I go to my coach and I go, hey, I should probably pull back now. Like, it's going to affect. He goes, tell them to suck your dick. I go, okay. Really? He snatches my phone from me and goes, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Since then, now, like those two promoters that messaged me and said that they're not going to book me, now my rate for them, it pays my rent for 2 months. Let's just say that.
Wow.
And I made them dig very deep. Because, like, here's my thing: if you're in this business, you're a promoter. You should be one of the most respected people in the business. You're a top honcho. You're paying workers to come work, and you message me that you're never gonna book me. Now you're gonna have to pay a lot of money for it to book me now.
Well, it makes no sense. Why would you not book somebody who gets a ton of heat, who's gonna bring butts to seats, and that makes no sense to me.
It was the 2020 cancel culture, and everybody, like when I first came out, everyone's like, "Oh, this kid's gonna be a problem." Like, well, no, I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. So what's the problem? Like, you're an asshole. Sue me. Either sue me or fight me.
Jim Cornette's making a living out of being that. What are you talking about?
So am I. I'm getting flown.
Right?
I'm getting flown to Thailand. I'm getting flown to the UK 4 times a year. I'm going to Puerto Rico, France, Istanbul, Turkey. Now I'm on my way to the Philippines, back to Pattaya, Thailand. I'm wrestling in Germany, Alaska. I just got booked in Wisconsin, in Oklahoma. Yeah, it's working. It's working well for me.
Okay, I wasn't going to do it this way, but I'm going to now because I want people to see you in all your glory. I'm going to play your promo, man. I was going to skip it and go straight to the match, but
let's do the promo.
You got to see August Artois in full color, man. And that's just what I'm going to say. Check this promo out. It's a minute 29 seconds. It is pure gold. And it happened around Christmas.
Everybody watching, keep your promos under 2 minutes. Nobody's watching a longer than 2 minute promo. Keep them under 2 minutes.
Exactly. And watch how he gets your attention right away. Here we go. Let's watch it.
365 days, 1 full year as your FIP World Heavyweight Champion. And boy, does it feel good. See, I've been all around the world and not a soul could take this from me. And it's silly to think that on December 15th, it might just be one of you three. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, the era of Artois is getting quite old. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, especially when I leave the OCC with even more gold. Oh, but don't get sad. You see, Santa Baby, old Saint Artois will be bringing plenty of calls. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all, come down to the OCC December 15th, Battle of the Belts, and see the real and the raw. The goddamn draw, August Artois. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I'm awesome, dude. I'm fucking awesome. That was very entertaining.
It was. I loved it. And you got your stick in there. You know, I'm raw.
Dude, the thing is like I had people like online that were like, well, let me put this part first. There's people out there that like they'll spend hours editing a promo, going to different locations and different scenes. And don't get me wrong, those are very, 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 very needed and very good promos. But I'm so goddamn good at talking that I can stand in front of a garage door for every one of my promos. And like some of my opponents will be like, well, at least I don't stand in front of a garage and cut a promo. I'm like, well, at least people are entertained by my shit. And I sell tickets.
Who cares what's in the background, folks? Listen to what the wrestler is saying. If the wrestler can't get it over, then yeah.
But did you notice in that promo, I didn't go, this is the date, this is the location, this is the show name. I did say all three of those, but I sprinkled them out throughout my rhyming spiel for Christmas.
Right.
I hate those promos.
It worked. It worked. It made me hate you. I wanted to go boo you.
Yeah. You were hoping I got coal for Christmas. But those promos that are like, December 16th at the OCC Roadhouse, everything burns. I'm up against Sideshow, and I'm going to beat him. Cool, man. Who gives a fuck?
That's 90% of the promos right there. You just said it in a nutshell. You just gave the template out. The fourth wall was broken.
And then like my other go-to promos is like I'll stick the camera in the refrigerator, and then I'll shut the door, and then I'll hit record, open the door, and start talking to the milk. And that's a very interesting promo. Then I have another one where I take a lot of baths. So when I'm in the bath, I'm like, oh, I got a great idea for a promo. So I just fucking start recording myself naked in the bathtub. And to be honest, like some people like it just for the fact that I'm naked in the bath. The other part is I'm good at talking. The other day I cut one I was taking a shit. And the whole promo is inside of my ass on the toilet. People are like, hey, August, you can't do that. And I'm like,
I was told by one of your buddies who I interviewed Wednesday that this was going to be a riot, and he was not lying, man.
Who said that? Who was it?
Give me a second. I gotta stop laughing. Mr. Jonathan Hudson.
Ooh, Jonathan Hudson, what a good guy, man. Me and that guy had a banger of a match. I believe it's available on WWN Live.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let me get to a couple of these questions because you've been talking so much and so well. I didn't want to interrupt you, but Tommy Scott says, "What's up?" Hashtag Truth in August. What is your favorite match? What has been your favorite?
All right. Good question. My favorite match is actually Mr. Larson here's we're gonna be watching it together. Okay. So I will say it was against Rich Swann recently at WWN Everything Burns or FIP Everything Burns. And it was, I'll explain it. So stick around, keep watching because we're gonna watch the match.
Yes, we're gonna do that here just a few minutes. TJ Brady said pure fire, and I agree.
TJ Brady, let me say it real quick. Promoters out there that are listening, TJ Brady is also trained by the late and great Francisco Chiazzo. TJ Brady is also mentored by the real and the raw August Artois. If you want some talent and you can't afford me, book TJ Brady.
I love it. Tommy Scott said, what a tagline. I'm real, I'm raw, I'm August Artois. It makes sense.
Tommy Scott, shout out to Tommy Scott. I'm going to do something for you real quick, Tommy Scott. Tommy Scott is real and raw.
There you go. Connor Drake, another great wrestler in our area, said, do you have any pre-match rituals you do all the time? Good question.
I drink until my vision goes a little blurry, and then I start smoking weed until I start laughing, and then I hit the curtain. I wish I was joke now. Promoters out there, I don't get belligerent before my matches. No, my pre-match rituals, honest to God, what's that kid's name again? I'll answer him. What's his name? Eddie?
Connor Drake.
Connor Drake. What I do before my matches is I look around. This is straight shoot. I look around the locker room and I see all these stupid douchebag, anime-loving douchebag fucking motherfuckers. I said douchebag twice, but it was instead of saying something else. And I see them trying to get into character, and they're slapping their thighs, and they're ducking their lines, and they're nervous. And then I sit there and go, man, this shit's so fucking easy. And I do one stretch. I crouch down and stretch my groin area out. And while I'm doing that, I'm smoking my Black and Mild, my vape, my weed pen. And people are like, are you going to go out there and wrestle? Small game? Yes, I do. Pre-match rituals, buddy, is confidence. When I look in the mirror and I see fucking excellence, that gets me by I don't have to do the pre-match rituals. I don't have to sit there and pray. I don't have to fucking sit there and ask God to help me because I got this. I don't need no goddamn help.
Oh no. Oh no. Sean Duffy, my West Coast connection, says hello and good morning from Fallon, Nevada. Sean Duffy said, I hate him already. Wait, who is this? Wait a minute.
Sean Duffy.
And then he said, thank you for the introduction. Fantastic promo. Time to do some research. So he's gonna be looking
Okay,
at
Sean Duffy, you saved yourselves there, Sean, Mr. Duff. I was about to fuck you up, dude.
John Matthews, another wrestler in our area, said, been following you for a while. Auguste Artois, need to get a match with this guy soon. There you go.
Hey, man, I back down from no competition. If you get the match booked, I will show up. You will learn a thing or two, and you will lose that match.
There you go. So let's get right to the match that we were talking about earlier. Let's get right to watching Mr. Artois wrestle. So I'm going to hit this beautiful bean footage, and then when we get back off of that, we're going to be watching him wrestle. So here we go.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shine a light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag Truth.
That's what I like doing that too, man. I love that song. I don't know what
Dude, that
it is.
song is Can you send me that song so I can listen to it while I drive around?
Sure.
Dude,
I'll send you the whole 3 minutes and 29 seconds of it. Sure.
that's awesome, dude. That's really good.
Yeah, it gets you hyped up. I loved it. First time I heard it, I said, yes, I've definitely got to use that. So here we are. Fill us in. You did a little bit before we got into this, but tell us exactly what led up to you facing Mr. Rich Swann.
Where'd you get this illegal footage from?
Illegal footage? No, not
WWN
illegal.
WWN.
WWN is where I got this footage.
Bullshit. This is a fan video, but I won't tell anybody. I don't give a shit.
Nah, it's all good, man. I don't know who recorded it. I thought it was WWN, but I can't remember.
I think it's one of my fans, actually. I mean, if it's online, then who cares? I'm not going to do anything. I'm fine with it.
It was
anyway,
FIP. We're going to give a big shout out to FIP. Very good match. Very good place. Go check them out. You definitely want to. I don't know who recorded this, so I hope I don't get in too much trouble for showing it. But it was a great match.
I think it's Kyle Jeffries that recorded this, I think.
It could be. It could be.
But anyways,
so how did you feel going into a match with a WWE, ex-WWE superstar? He's been all over the place.
Ex-WWE, ex-TNA.
Right.
You know, he's been in Japan. He's been in China. He's an FI. He's a two-time FIP world champion. He won the title in China. He defended it in Germany. He defended it in the UK. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, Scott, because I'm real and I'm raw. I was so fucking nervous, man. I was so nervous. I was so nervous, but I was so excited because like everybody that I know that like I trust that knows him too, they were like, August, man, you're about to get so much better. And I was like, hell yeah. Like I am excited. Because I'm 4 years in let's be honest, like I'm a veteran in this business, but I've been doing it for 4 years and I still have so much to learn. And wrestling guys like Rich Swann, I wish, if I had a wish for every wrestler in the world to step in the ring with that son of a bitch. Dude, look at this. We sat here for 3.5 minutes. We didn't do a thing while they're chanting all night long. Let's go, August. All night long. Let's go, August.
They were. I was watching this beforehand, and all through the match, everybody was cheering for you.
No. That's one thing. It was split down this whole section right there, right in the front. All those kids that you can see on camera right there. They were all for Swann. This side of the ring was all for me. The left side of the ring was for me, and the right side was for Swann. So it was literally split. You can see I'm getting my crowd going. He's getting his crowd going. And then we lock up. We lock up. We bring it back to the corner. Crowd goes crazy. We lock up. We bring it back to the corner. And this is me not counting like the in-betweens. 3.5 minutes of not doing a thing. Look at them. Just they're chanting. They're chanting. They're chanting. Now this side's chanting. Now that side's chanting. I was looking at him across the ring and I went, man, star quality. He goes, goddamn right. And then we locked up.
You guys definitely had the crowd going, and when you start wrestling, it's even better. So
that's everyone asks me why I do that. I don't wear underwear in real life. So when I wrestle, I wear compression underwear, which like sucks my balls up really tight. So that's why I do that. When I go to lock up, I do a little jingle. It's just me stretching my nuts out.
No, man, come on.
So
So
here we are.
you're facing Rich Swann. Other than Rich, what other name drops, if you will, have you been in the ring with, or you're not that kind of guy, right?
I'm not that dude. I literally just commented.
Okay.
Shout out to Lilith Grimm. I literally just commented on her. She posted a graphic and it said, "No, look at that. I'm so sexy." It said It said notable opponents, and I'm sitting there thinking like, I would hate to be one of the opponents that aren't mentioned. Like,
Right. That is true, though. That is true.
all
I
my
can
other
agree with
opponents. So every opponent I've ever had made me a better wrestler, whether it was a good match or a bad match. It made me a better wrestler. But no, I'm the notable opponent. I'm the one that everybody wants to get in the ring with.
There
I'm
you
like
go.
Shawn
I
Michaels.
love that. I
Shawn
love that.
Michaels
I
in-
love that.
I'm like Shawn Michaels in '96. Like, you might hate me backstage, but you're gonna shit your pants when you see that we're working a match together. You'll be like, oh
Right.
man, now's my moment.
Rich Swann's giving you the business right here, dancing around.
That's what I'm saying, man. We it's been what, 3 minutes now? We've locked up twice, and now we're gonna chain a
It's
little.
been 4 minutes and 5 seconds, and you guys have only locked up twice. Yes.
Yeah, and then the crowd hasn't shut up. And even this, I would say this is still nothing. We're chain wrestling. We did a top wrist lock. Now he's got me in a wrist lock, up to a top wrist lock. I'm gonna go ahead and take this back. I'm gonna smack his bald spot. Bop, 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 bop. And then I've seen he did this to Kenny Omega, so I knew it was coming. Bop, 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 bop. He's so athletic, man. Twisted my arm. But look at this.
Right back over.
Watch this ring awareness. Boop. Get off
There
me.
you go.
Off me. So look, we still haven't done anything. And now the crowd's chanting his name again. I'm gonna get the crowd to chant my name again. And now we're at like 5 minutes and we still haven't done shit.
Right.
So I'm seeing these guys in the locker room like so stressed out, losing their mind, trying to put this 5-star match together. And here we are locking up and chain wrestling, and the crowd are. This is after 12 matches, by the way, WWE, ID, NXT matches. The crowd's right. They should be tired, ready to go home. No, they were just waiting to cheer. They were waiting for our match.
They were waiting for the Artois realness.
And I hate to be. No, I don't. I was going to say I hate to be that guy. I love being that guy. I love the
No,
fact
you
that
love
there's
being-
I love the fact that there's ID guys. Look at this. He tried to take a headlock. I took it right back from him. Screw you. I'm stronger. But like, I hate to be that guy, but I don't. Like, there's ID guys, there's NXT talent on a show with me, and we had the hot, like, at the end of the night, had the hottest fucking crowd. Like, that to me shits on anything anybody can do. And I'm proud of that shit.
I mean, isn't that what it's all about for you guys? I mean, you're bringing fans into the building. The fans are all none of them's in their seats. You can look at the crowd; they're all standing. I mean, and you're giving them something to invest in. They're going to come back to FIP just for a match like this. Just because of this match, people are going to come back to FIP because I mean, why not?
See what we did here? I thought I was going to teach him a thing or two. I hit him with an arm drag, a body slam. I got cocky. I turned around. He hit me with an arm drag, and
now
body
he's
slam.
dancing around you again. Look at it. He's showing off.
This is when I started getting pissed. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take him outside. I missed.
Whoa!
Damn, he's so athletic.
He is athletic.
Let's take it outside, you Swan. Welcome to my world, Swan. Let's go outside. and like, I just like you would have thought me and him have wrestled 150 times. Like, everything was just so smooth. Like the crowd reactions, the match itself. And then as you'll see, like towards the end, like everything was just so smooth. Suplexed him on the concrete, tried to end his career right there. But the crowd, like the crowd absolutely loved Swan.
What is now? Some wrestlers love to be inside the ring. Some wrestlers like to be outside the ring. Some people like being out in the crowd. Is there a certain place for you, or is it just it doesn't matter?
outside, brother. Get me outside that ring, and I got the advantage out there because I come from a lifestyle of bar fights, broken bones, and bloodshed. Like I used to walk into a bar and hit somebody just to see how fast they'd fall. So you put me out in a crowd with beer glasses and chairs and tables, like I'm right back in my old. Look at those people. Look at those animals. The kid's holding a chair up. Look at them. Those animals.
Right? They look like he's about to throw a chair at you guys.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like you put me out there and I mean, not right now, but I took that kid's drink, but I dropped it.
He's
Yeah, you
getting
put
the
me,
upper hand on you right now.
you put me in the wild and I'm done. I think I was concussed right here because he was just dragging me over to the chair and I had no idea what was going on. But here we go. Watch this right here. This didn't feel good. It just healed a few days ago too. Look at him.
Uh-oh.
Wait. He breaks the count first.
Starts to
Break the
count.
count first. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun, 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 dun.
no, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, that hurt. Oh,
And the crowd, see his stupid fans wanted him to do it again. Gave me way too much time to sit here and think. I don't want that to happen again. So
right?
he goes
There
forward
he
again.
goes. One more time. Going
Watch me
around and
closely.
gave you just enough time to think about it, right?
Pump kick.
Boom!
I think he spit his tooth out. Look at his fans; they're so shocked and disbelief.
Yeah,
Screw
only
you.
one's clapping now out of the whole thing. They're all like, yeah, wait a minute, what just happened?
I seriously think I knocked one of his teeth out when that happened. Because as soon as it happened, if you watch like the WWN footage, the camera was right there. All you see is this little white dot go flying out.
Oh, I'm
this is
definitely
funny.
going to go to the WWN footage. I don't know where I got this. I saw it pop up on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I've got to get this.
Ooh.
These two are going to be blowing the roof off, and you did. I mean, look at that. He's got
Yeah, I
that
think it was
crowd eating out of his hands.
I think it was Kyle Jeffries. But this is at the OCC Roadhouse. For those aren't familiar, it's in Clearwater, Florida. It's
Right.
even if there isn't wrestling there, there's always something fun. They got cornhole, they got bike night, they got live bands. Like it's a very, very cool. This huge pavilion outside. Then they got an indoor play. It's actually the OCC like museum too. The dude with the mustache, OCC bike guy, goes there all the time. Pretty
Okay.
cool place. Yeah.
Definitely have to go. I'd love to get down to Florida and check out some of the places, because Florida has brought us a lot of TV superstar wrestlers, man. I mean, the list is way long. Seth Rollins, John Cena. I mean,
Look at that.
look at you. Pulling out some
Yeah.
Michael up in there. Okay.
Backfire.
Oh, man.
Backfire. Let's see if I can get him this time. Nope. Ah, son of a bitch. Why do I? Oh, I almost. Oh, wait. Up. Get yourself, August. Come on, gather yourself, August. All right, one more time. Yeah, got you stupid son of a bitch.
Now, wait a minute. Roll back. Oh,
Double clothesline.
both of each other. Oh, man.
That was like an anime scene. I felt like Golak or whatever I don't watch anime. The one with the yellow hair.
I got you. My
Golak,
daughter's
Goblin.
big into anime. I'm not that big into anime either. So,
I'm big into Nickelodeon.
yeah, there you go. Old school type stuff, right? Slime's about as far as I go.
I got right here. I got Hey Arnold, Cat Dog. I got Ren and Stimpy. I got Angry Beavers, Rocket Power. I got all my shit. Look at that hit. Oh, man.
Oh, man. You guys are going back and forth now. Getting toward the end of the match. You guys are about halfway through this match, and look at this. You guys are still going. Exhausted.
He tried to hit me with the Michaels right there.
Oh.
Shout out to Taka Michinoku. That should have been a 3.
You should have had that. You should have had him right there.
Shitty refs. I can't pay all the refs. I don't make that much money.
So you have traveled. How many countries? You were naming some countries at the beginning of the show. How many countries have you wrestled in?
Oh, I've been to. Oh, watch this right here, real quick. This sucked so bad.
Oh,
yeah, I'm actually 2 inches shorter because of that. But I started off my year last year. I went to England. I wrestled in England twice. Then I wrestled in Puerto Rico, IWA Puerto Rico, Savio Vega and them. Then I wrestled in Scotland, England. Then I wrestled in Puerto Rico again. Then I've been to 13 states across America as well. And then I went back to England, Scotland. I'm back in the UK March, August, and November of this year. Then in July, I went to Bangkok, Thailand, and defended my title for IWA Japan. Look at this. Beautiful.
Oh, Blue Thunder.
Yeah, then I went to I wrestled under IWA Japan and set up Thailand Pro. And then where else did I go? Oh, I took the title to Istanbul, Turkey. See, when I say I took the title, people are like, you defended it? I'm like, no, I took the title to that country and took pictures in that country with it. It's more than just wrestling. Being a champion, it's about being PR, baby. You got to do PR.
Right.
So went to Istanbul, Turkey, went to France, taking it to the Philippines as well, taking it to Germany this year. And
so do you like to travel? Do you like to travel?
I've always wanted to travel, but I never wanted to like have like a job that like I had to work really hard and be good at something to do it. But I didn't realize how easy this shit was. And shout out to Wesley Learns and the Global Children Literacy Foundation, my sponsors that pay for all my flights. Because I'm not paying for a flight. I'm not paying for. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not paying for. People are like, some dickhead the other day told me. He said, "Your credit card must be. Your credit card must be in the red from all the flights you purchased." I said, do you really think that I have enough money to buy 2 flights to Thailand in 1 year and 4 trips to the UK and 5 trips to Puerto Rico? Thanks for thinking that highly of me. No, but my sponsors, who I got their T-shirt, Wesley Learns, and the Global Children Literacy Foundation.
There you go.
They pay for my flights, and on top of that, now I'm booked in Alaska. And I'm heading out to India as well. I'm going to be wrestling in Delhi. Here comes the finish.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I mean,
look at this. Gotcha, Swan. Look at it. I got you all racked up in your own problems, brother. Eat my.
Oh, got him.
Got him. I was so fun, dude. When that hit 3, I was like, I just beat Rich Swan. And then right there, I leaned over. I'm not going to tell you what I told him, but I said something.
Wow.
Hold on. Go back to that. Fast forward it. We have a dance.
Oh, man, I already took it off the screen. I can do it, though. Give me a second.
We had a dance battle.
Oh, you guys had a dance battle afterwards?
All night long. And then we got jumped.
Right, let me pull it back up here and get toward the end to see where this dance battle went off. Oh,
yeah, it's right after.
Okay, let's get it back up here.
So much fun.
Oh gosh, I love it. You guys just wrestled. You're dancing.
I'm eating a chicken wing. A kid in the crowd threw me a chicken wing, so I'm eating a chicken wing right now as well. I'm chewing it. And then, if you guys are familiar with the famous movie House Party, if you've never seen House Party 1, House Party 2.
Look at this. You come to watch Artois, and you get you get a show afterwards too, man. A wrestling match and a show.
Look at this. So beautiful.
Dancing with the Stars right here at FIP.
And then all of a sudden.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that sucked. You can shut it off now, Mr. Larson.
Oh, wait a minute. I know who this is. This is the group that has Jonathan Hudson in it.
Yeah, that's why I said you can shut it off.
Look at him. Look at Mr. Jonathan Hudson putting the boots down on you. Oh, boy. Okay, I'll take it now. I'll
Dude, I'll say this, man. He's one of the strongest, toughest, like most legitimate bad dudes that I've met in this business.
I did not see that coming. I did not watch the end all the way. I passed that. So,
That sucks.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again so I can see every little piece because
make sure you subscribe to the WWN Live. You can go to WWNLive.com and subscribe to the WWN Live subscription. Watch all the pay-per-views. I think it's $9.99 a month. We got Shine Wrestling, which is all women's for you perverts out there. We got FIP, which is talented for all you lovers out there. And we got WWN Proving Ground. WWN Proving Ground is going to be every Monday at the OCC Roadhouse. It's going to feature stars from WWE ID and NXT talent that aren't on TV right now.
You are dope. Let's keep this going on a roll, man. We're gonna hit our next segment, which is my favorite segment of the show, Name Drop. I'm going to show you 5 names, but we're going to hit that beautiful bean footage first so we can dance along to our own music. Here we go.
Yeah, Truth Podcast, tag truth, speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Let's tag truth, shine light on the underground. Hashtag truth, uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth.
I've never had anybody have that much fun with my music, and I'm loving it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, it's gonna be my new ringtone, man. I swear to God. It's like if you're in a bad mood and you turn that song on and you're still in a bad mood, it's your fucking problem. It's your fault.
Without a doubt, without a doubt. So, all right, we're at Name Drop. I'm going to show you 5 names of 5 people you've either wrestled or you know, and you just do your thing, man. First man is a man that is very popular in our area. You wrestled him. I want to hear what you have to say about Mr. Drew Hood. Yeah.
All right. I'll give you an answer as August, and I'll give you an answer as Tim.
Okay.
So the answer as August is Drew Hood is one of the most talented individuals I have ever seen myself and had the privilege of getting in the ring with. We wrestled in, I think it was like 35-degree weather, freezing rain.
Right.
Terrible. And we had one of the greatest matches. I think me and him. I sent it to him there. Okay, I'm answering as both Tim and August. I sent it to him after, and I was like, how was this match that good? And he's like, I know, right? Like, we were both just worried about look at that beautiful fur jacket. We were just worried about putting our fur jackets back on and getting warm. But like outside of the box now and pulling the curtain back a little bit, I've never witnessed anybody, like any promoter is blind if they don't book this kid. Like right. He'll drive hours to show up. He will give you, if not one of the most entertaining matches on your card. He will be a reason people come back. He will sell merch. He will put the company over. He will cut a lot of promos. Like the fact that this guy isn't.
He has got charisma for days.
He's got enough charisma for 8 people. Like,
oh yeah.
And like he's the one guy, and he knows, everybody else knows, like, since my career started 4 years ago, I think it's been every single year there's been at least one post of mine that says, all right, God damn it, someone give me Drew Hood, please. Like, I'll work for free. I'll show up to the show. Like, no, I'll pay you to let me wrestle him. So finally I got what I wanted, and there we go. I really hope it happens again.
Yes, I can't wait. Okay, we just mentioned this guy a few minutes ago. He came in and jumped you from behind. We had him on Wednesday night, Mr. Jonathan Hudson.
All right. Jonathan Hudson's very overlooked, very underutilized, but if you watch any of his matches, you'll realize that he does his fucking job in every match. Yes. He makes himself look good, but even if he wins, he always makes his opponent look just as good or even better. And that's our job as professional wrestlers. Is I don't give a shit how many moves you can do. How can you make this guy look? Can you make him look good? Can you make them look good? And Jonathan Hudson's one that, like, and I'll be honest, I think he knows this too. If not, he's about to. Before I knew who he was, my buddy from the UK, I sent him over to wrestle John Hudson. And he goes, well, can you tell me about John? I go, I don't know him. I go, he seems like a dick, though. He doesn't seem likable at all. So do I. But now he's one of the first people when I get to a locker room, is one of the first people I come up to and talk to. It was before he jumped me. Now I hate him. But he was one of the first people I come up and talk to. And it's one person who, when they ask me, like, how are you, August? He genuinely cares how I'm doing and not, hey, brother, can you get me booked somewhere? Like, he's never He's never messaged me and said like, he's never messaged me and asked for something or like a favor or anything like that.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you
But
go.
he won
That's a
first.
true friend in wrestling, and they're hard to come by.
But overall, fuck John Hudson. I hate him.
All right, here's a guy who just by looks alone would terrify me, but let's hear what you got to say about Ryzen.
Oh, one of the hardest working guys in this business. He doesn't know the word no. He doesn't know the word stop. He doesn't know the word can't. He's a marketing genius on top of that. Look, it's a given. He's a great wrestler. Like that's one person that, like, as I was coming in, I think it was like my second year, and I wrestled him, and it literally like, boop, like guys like him were like milestones for me. Like anytime I wrestled a guy like him that cared not only about his own presence but his opponents, like it always boosted me, and it made me not only a better wrestler in the ring, but outside the ring, understanding that like you don't have to be nice to everybody, but you will meet guys like Ryzen that you're like, cool, man, like. Right. We don't talk all the time, but like when I do see Ryzen, it's always a smack the handshake out of the way and give each other a hug. And you know, are we good friends? No, but are we good friends? No, but when we see each other, like that's someone that he has respect for me. I hope he has respect for me, and I got respect for him.
There you go,
Satan.
All right, here's another guy that's probably on your list of people you don't like right now, Brian Brock.
Yeah, I got mixed feelings about Brian Brock. Brian Brock he's like the last of a dying breed. He's that 80s wrestler that everybody wants to come see. The only problem is we don't fucking see anything. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he had the FIP title. I don't think anybody knew that he had the FIP title. Unless you do some research, you're not going to know. So my thing is Brian Brock too, behind the scenes, fucking kindest fucking big teddy bear type of guy. But man, if he just turned that, if he fucking turned it up to 11, like we were talking about earlier, you'll see Brian Brock signed to a major fucking contract. You'll see him with a fucking major title. You'll see him all around the fucking, you'll see him in the UK. You imagine Brian Brock in Puerto Rico. You imagine Brian Brock in Thailand. Like he would fucking, he would scare the shit out of the people in Thailand. Right. Like I think the only negative side about Brian Brock is I want so much fucking more for him. But it's a different breed, man. People want different things, you know. I'm not the type to get married. He's
old school. He's old school.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, overall, Brian Brock, one of the baddest motherfuckers. Like, look at him. Like you just said, that he's a scary dude, and we had a banger of a match when I won the title from him. That bull rope match where I almost bled to death. Great guy, man. But like, I want more from Brian Brock, and I want more from Brian Brock, and I want more for Brian Brock.
There you go. And name number 5, the last one. You're doing great. This is a match that I love to watch. This was a good one. You and Mike Orlando.
This is a fucking great story. So when I first started, we didn't know each other at all. But then he started. He like helped with a company called like Grind Time Wrestling, and I came into the show and I wrestled, and something got mixed up where I didn't get paid the $40 I was supposed to get paid, and me and him got in like a shoot. Like we didn't like each other at all, at all. The messages between each other, I think there might have been a phone call once in person, and then finally like everybody knew, like when me and Mike we were booked on the same shows and stuff, and we'd walk in and it was a respect thing. Like me and Mike knew we weren't going to fight each other in a fucking wrestling locker room, but we did not like each other at all, and everybody knew it, and we let everybody know it. And then the promoter's like, all right, next week we got Mike Orlando versus August Star-Law, and I was like, I hit the promoter up. I was like, hey, if that's what you want, but like I don't see this going like in a good way at all. So the match itself, and Mike will tell you too, like it was supposed to be like I throw a clothesline and he grabs the arm and goes into something. So I throw the clothesline and it hits him in the chest, and he just stares at me and starts laughing. I was like, is this it? So I go to do the spot again, and I clothesline, it hits him. He goes, look at you, little bitch. I was like,
oh, wow.
So we get back into it. We're wrestling, and then finally we get to the outside, and I grab his leg, I pull him down, he bumps, and he sits back up, and he does the same thing again. So I smacked him as hard as I fucking could across the face, and we've been cool ever since.
There you go.
I will say, say this though, and he's probably not gonna like this, but like Mike Orlando is one of 5 guys that once in a great while will send each other one of the most meaningful fucking messages to each other. Like I love the fact that we hated each other because like when I see him now, me and him just everyone's putting their matches together.
Hate grew into respect. Hate grew into respect.
Yeah. But like we're in the locker room where the people are making TikToks. They're worried about the top 100 in Florida. Everyone's here, and here's me and Mike Orlando in the corner just talking about fucking like legitimate fucking life, like mental, physical. Well, how's actual life going? Like, and that's like one of the John Hudsons I was telling you about. Like, we don't go, hey, did you watch wrestling? Did you watch Raw the other night? Did you hear about what happened to AEW? That's one person that like, and I'm glad that we didn't like each other because I seen what it would be like being his enemy, and like, it's not bad, but it's not good. I would never want to get beat up by Mike Orlando in a real street fight, but
without a doubt,
I'll fight back. But like I said, he's one of the guys that like I get those sentimental he's truly proud of me as a person, and I'm truly proud of him as a person.
That is awesome. I love that. So let's get right into our last segment. We got the last 5 minutes of the show coming up. So let's tell us where to find you.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shine light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag Truth.
I love that you're rocking out to that. That is so awesome. All right, Mr. August Artois.
I wish there was a way you could have recorded. I wish there was a way you could have. I wish there was a way you could have recorded every one of those I was doing and made a fucking montage of me rocking out to your theme song.
That would be totally awesome.
I was doing it, folks. I was killing it.
He was doing the drum kit, the whole 9 yards, man. He was getting it. So where can we find you on social media, sir? Tell us where to find you if we're a fan or if we're wanting to book you.
I'm not gonna give my tags because I think that's lame. So just the month August, AUGUST, Artois. This part is kind of hard. ARTOIS. I'll say it one more time. Artois, ARTOIS. August Artois. If you just type in August ART, I guarantee it's gonna pop up. The little image of the bubble of the profile will look a lot like me. It'll look a lot like me, but I got long hair. It's just put away right now. This is literally, it's only for wrestling. I don't wear this around the house. Anytime you see me, I'm usually wearing a hat. People think my head's shaved because of the trim. The long hair is only for wrestling. But you can find me on Pornhub.com. That's Big Dick Willie at 666.com. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I don't do that. August Artois on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. I don't really use Twitter. You can follow me on there though. I don't TikTok because I'm an adult. I don't Snapchat because I'm an adult.
Things to do.
Yeah. Plus Snapchat. It's like, if a girl asks you, you have a Snapchat, be like, no, I don't want to see a picture of your chacho. Get out of here. You can. I'm not seen on AEW. I was not seen on AEW Dark. For anybody who might recognize me on AEW Dark, I was not seen on that show at all because I don't fucking cancel bookings. I got a lot of big things. Like I kept telling myself, I'll continue to wrestle as long as the next year is better than the last one. Right. And with that being said, like one of the promotions hit me up and said, "Did you really release a graphic of all the bookings?" Like most people say, like, Here's all my available bookings for the year. I posted all the bookings I have for the year. I have like 6 dates open for 2025. I'm all booked up.
Oh,
and it's wild. People are like, well, they used to tell my coach, he's just a flash in the pan. He's gonna lose his heat sooner or later. You tell me when. It gets easier and easier. But I'm gonna give a secret real quick to any wrestler who's listening. Here's a secret to continuing in this business. Stop watching wrestling. Simple as that. Stop watching wrestling and you'll be a lot better of a wrestler.
Now, before we go, I got to ask you a question because you're going here, there, overseas, there. is wrestling is this your job? Your full-time job right now?
Oh, I'm also a male gigolo. I have sex with older women too.
No, yeah, dude. I should have known better.
I make shout out to, you can get that's another thing. You can get my merchandise at Unforgettable Vision all together. Unforgettablevision.com. It comes from the UK. It's only $5 to ship from the UK, which is a very good price. I have a lot of merch. I have jackets, I have hoodies, I have sandals, I have bikinis, I have coasters, I have pet clothes, I have car ornaments, I have bed sheets, I have pillowcases. I have literally anything you could possibly think of.
One-stop shop.
Go to unforgettablevision.com. Check that out. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So like once a month, and it's my best friend in the whole world, my buddy that lives in the UK. Shout out Wayne Dennison, Unforgettable Vision. That's my fucking mate there, mate. All right, Newcastle. Yeah, he sends me my money once a month at the end of the month. So that plus my actual merch sales, plus my rate, plus my sponsorships, plus whatever else I do to make money.
That's
I've basically been retired for the last 4 years.
Mr. Jonathan Hudson, yesterday when you told me that this was going to be one of the greatest interviews I've ever had, sir, you were nowhere near wrong. I'm gonna tell you. All I had to do was say a small thing and just sit back, and Mr. Artois did the rest, man.
That's why promoters love me too, because promoters are like, man, like booking you is the greatest thing I've ever done, because I don't just show up and wrestle. I'm not just going to show up to your podcast and just wait for you. Wait. Hey, August, what was your favorite match? Rich Swann. Next question. I hate those fucking interviews. Like,
yes, me too.
Scott Larson's going to continue to do this regardless whether he interviews you. This is August Artois' time to get over. Like, Be entertaining. Give them something. Right. Or the people that like they come on, their character is a scary demon character, and they're sitting there doing the interview and they're talking about their opponents and how much fun and how much they love wrestling. Stay in character, please.
That is so true. Oh, I
be that guy.
That is it is so true. I've had some people now that have come on and be a heel and be the heel the whole time, and it was awesome. Babies, not so much. Like you said, some of them just get lost in what they're doing. So I'll say this was not boring by any means.
Some of the heels you meet in this business, though, are like the nicest people in real life, and like most of the baby faces are some of the fucking coldest pieces of shit I've ever met.
Right.
So
and that's the weird thing about wrestling is you never know what you're gonna get. The old adage, wrestling's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But you get them diamonds in the rough, and people like you and I will put Drew Hood in there and people who Jonathan Hudson, people who can articulate really well, play a character really well, kayfabe all day long. Thank you, because that's a rarity nowadays. Kayfabe is a lost art in professional wrestling, and trust me, I've interviewed over 500 people. I can tell you, it's a lost art in professional wrestling.
And that's the thing is like. Everyone knows, like, it's not the 80s anymore. Everyone knows what's going on, what this is. Everyone knows what professional wrestling is. Do you really have to let it, like, fight that shit as much as you fucking can? Like, last night I blew my elbow out. You should have heard the crowd went quiet because I made them believe that right before I go to leave the country to go defend my title, I just had a serious injury last night. The crowd they were devastated. Even the commentary, he told me, he goes, I didn't know, it was so quiet. He goes, I didn't know what to say. I thought, this poor kid, he just came here to help us do a favor for us, and he just got injured like bad before. No, man, it's my job. Like, people that do, like,
give us something to invest in is the moniker of this show, and everything that you're doing, everything that I've seen is you are one of the rare people, and I don't say this often, that like you said, if I come and I book you, I don't have to worry about it. Just, hey, Artois versus this person, you got it. I know you do, and go on to the next one because
Yeah.
I mean, you promo, you get you merchandise through the roof. You know how to self promote. You know how to promote. I mean, if you look up and down your Facebook page, you know how to promote the company you're working for. You know, I get so frustrated with kids in the wrestling business nowadays.
One more thing I do too is like I'll be in the say there's a group chat for the show and they post all the graphics. I'll save all the graphics and then I'll switch to my voiceover mode and I'll go, this Saturday, Pride of Wrestling presents this match with matches such as this person versus this person. Then I'll send it to the promoter and they'll go, who did this? Me. Who did the voice? Me. Who edited it? Well, me. I can't pay you for this. I'm like, well, no, you already paid me. Like
you're paying me for showing up. This is just me helping you promote the show.
You booked me, brother. Like this is what you get. Right? Like I'm putting your company is now my company too. I'm gonna make your company successful as much as August is successful. Your company is gonna be as well. And a lot of companies, like I've had promoters in states that I've never even been to, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna put this title on you because I know what you'll do with it. And I say, yes, sir. You're goddamn right. You know I'm going to do it. I proved
You're doggone right you will because I'm going to make this famous.
Like this one here. This title was held by Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Dean Ambrose, Daniel Bryan, Rich Swann, Roderick Strong. This title's been it was famous before I got it. And then it went to guys like, I mean, I hate to say it, but like all the guys in between, like John Davis and me that got it, like they let this title fucking die again. And as soon as I got it, I went to England, Scotland, Puerto Rico, Turkey, fucking France, Thailand.
People were like, a ride, man.
People were like, there's professional wrestling in Thailand. I go, now there is. I'm making it relevant.
I love that.
What a world champion does. That's one thing that burst my bubble too, is like a company in Florida that their champion never left the state, their titles never left the state, and it's a world championship. Like, no, it's a Florida championship, you idiot.
I'm gonna let you. I want you to do something for me. I want you to do me a good 30-second promo. I want you to promo to a wrestler who is just coming into the business. I want you to be August Artois explaining to the new kid in the locker room how to be a wrestler. Here we go.
Hey kid, so here you want to finally do it, right? You want to follow your dreams? Say that I respect that, but I don't. So many other things to do in this world, and you want to come here and fall on your ass for money? And you think that you're just going to bypass everybody in this locker room? Guys like me? I don't think so. Go find something better to do, dipshit. It's true, man.
Way to talk them up, man. Way to talk them up. I love it.
I tell people, they're like, what's your advice for anybody that's starting to become a wrestler? And I stole this from Austin Aries because I had him on my podcast when I used to do the Real and Raw with August Artois.
Okay.
I asked Aries, I go, what would you say to somebody? He goes, don't. Go find something. But you're really gonna do this business where you might. I'm a very rare. People are like, how much is your rate? I go, this much, and they go, what? How? I go, I'm a rare breed, man. If you think though that you're gonna jump in this business, go online, talk shit to Garrett Bischoff, get threatened to not get booked, get this world champion. Things happen. My stars aligned perfectly, and I don't recommend that to anybody to do what I did because it was very career suicide.
You have to be a special brand of person to go right after an icon in professional wrestling and live to tell about it and keep going because I know you got flack. I know you got flack from big names. You got flack from just the fans by themselves, and for a lot of wrestlers, they probably would have crumbled under that. But I love the way you just took them on head on. It's like, okay, let's do this. Come on.
We didn't even bring up the fact that fucking when AEW Dark reached out to me and I told them that I can't do it because I have a booking, I went on Twitter and I posted, I think I have a T-shirt with the tweet. The tweet got. Let me look for it. You can still hear me while I'm talking.
Okay. It's
I went on Twitter
Artist
and I
on
posted
Claus
it.
about to go find us a tweet he put on a shirt because this is awesome. So he was asked to be booked on AEW Dark, and you seen the shirt he's got as not seen on AEW Dark. That's beautiful. I love that. I'd love to get that shirt because that is so funny.
I don't know where it's at, but anyways, I posted it on Twitter, and then Sean Dean, the guy that runs the AEW Dark, retweeted me, and then Mark Henry retweeted me, and then Kerry Morton retweeted me, and I had death threats. I had podcasts doing things that this kid's an idiot. He turned down AEW Dark, and he's trying to get clout, and his career's over, and he's never going to do another thing.
Oh my goodness, man!
It literally had, I think it was
Do these
81.
people not realize? Do these people not realize that bad influences are good for people? Bad things being said on the internet is just as good as good things because they're still looking at you. They're still going to say, "Well, who is this Artois guy that is getting off of?" And they're going to go check your Facebook page. And do they not realize that you're doing this on purpose to make them do that? It's like sheep. It's like herding sheep.
Like the one person that can tell you is my brother. He said, because when I first got in the bit, like the reason that they hit me up was because when I first started 4 years ago, I hit up AEW Dark when it was cool to be on AEW Dark. I hit him up and I was like, I'd love to work for the company. 2 years later,
have you ever thought about going down to Atlanta to their training facility?
No, but
okay.
But anyways, like a year later, he emailed me back and said like, yeah, we'll bring you in. I was like, well, it's been a year. I'm booked that day now, but I didn't say like, no, fuck you. So I put the tweet said, got offered AEW Dark, but I don't cancel bookings. Hopefully next time. And everybody was like, or Sean Dean retweeted me and he's like, why are you on Twitter flexing? I go, I'm not fucking flexing. I wanted people to know that I was offered this fucking opportunity, but I wanted these promoters to know that I don't cancel bookings. He's like, we didn't ask you to cancel the booking. I go, I didn't fucking say that, you dumb shit. So he literally tried to fucking.
Oh my gosh! So they made it about themselves, is what they did.
They tried to make it look. Yeah, they tried to make it look like I was. Everybody's dude. Whoever wasn't like a diehard AEW fan, I got messages from a lot of people, just saying like, yeah, you handled it correctly. And then after the fact, I even said like, well, maybe I could have worded it differently, but I fucking didn't. And the fact that I didn't put like.
What was wrong with what you worded? All you said was, I was offered AEW Dark. I don't cancel bookings. I was booked on that day. Maybe
the funny thing is, the funny thing is though, 3 days later, Sean Dean, little does he know that, well, I have the password to the FIP page. And I'm the one that read your message, Sean Dean, when he fucking messaged FIP and said, I'd like to come work for your company. Fuck you. Fuck you, you piece of shit. So I felt bad. I saw it and I was like, what a fuck. First off, what a fucking loser to even wanting to come fucking like, go wrestle for AEW, big guy. One, so I was like, yeah, fuck this guy. Then I felt bad. I was like, so then I hit the promoter up and I was like, just to let you know, Sean Dean fucking wants to know, if he goes, who?
Sean Dean wants to come in and get his butt whooped. I'd be more than happy to oblige him if you like that to happen.
How fucking stupid! How stupid of them! This kid on Twitter's got 223,000 fucking reactions to this tweet. AEW Dark had 220,000 viewers. I had 30,000 more viewers on my tweet. Why wouldn't you turn that into a storyline? Hey, August, come wrestle Sean Dean tonight. No, you'd rather keep your ego. Well, at least I'm signed to AEW. Fuck you. You're not signed to AEW. You're a glorified extra.
Glorified extra. I love that. I'm gonna use that. Glorified extra.
It's like in this business, the reason people say like, dude, you do kind of blah 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 off at the mouth a little bit. I can fight in real life, so I'm never worried about pissing anybody off. If something comes out of my mouth that boils your blood to the fact that you want to come and check me and maybe physically harm me, let's do it. I'm down for that. But if I say I never say anything that's wrong. It's my opinion. I think the guy's a fucking loser, and he's fucking milking for his, and he tried to fucking, and I swear on everything, and I got so many messages. That motherfucker's goal was to fucking go, end of his career, and it fucking backfired. I've been all over the goddamn world, FIP World Heavyweight Champion, and doing things that this motherfucker never did. Suck my
Well, sir, I am glad. Thank you for coming on #Truth, man. We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes, and this whole thing has been amazing. And I would love to have you back in the future, sir.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. That is so awesome. And it's not going to be a Florida week. It's just going to be regular #Truth. But I appreciate you coming in and laying the anchor down for Florida week for me, because this has been a tremendous week. We had JC Black. We had Jonathan Hudson. We had August Artois. You can't ask for a better Florida week. And being the FIP heavyweight champion right here, I'm going to let you do the outro, man. You say goodbye to everybody. You're such a great talker. I don't need to do it. I'm going to let you do it. So here we go.
I'm going to keep it straight and simple. We got Scott Larson. We got August Artois. We're going to go ahead and say it. This episode has been knocked out of the park, just like Babe Ruth. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been another episode of #Truth.
#Truth podcast. #Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. #Truth. Shining light on the underground. #Truth. Uncovering what they don't want to know. #Truth.